Hi everyone, welcome to another Intuitive Tuesday. I'm so glad that you're taking the time to join us today and to hear what message from Spirit awaits you. The question we are asking today is, what do I need to do for my physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being at this moment? So once again, you'll be able to choose between the numbers 1 to 4. When you choose your number, you'll see that there are 4 specific cards, each one addressing a specific aspect of your life. The cards I will be using is from the Archangel Power Tarot Cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Those of you that have joined me in a previous Intuitive Tuesday session will recognize these beautiful tarot cards. Today, however, I won't be focusing on the symbolism of the imagery like last time, but I'm rather going to focus on the message at the bottom of each card. I'm just going to give you a very short general reading on each card and suggest how you can implement this message to improve your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. So, when you are ready, take a deep breath and try to clear your mind. Focus on the numbers and notice which one you are most drawn to. Once you are ready, continue listening or skip the video to the number you chose. So let's go and find out what Spirit needs you to know today. Number 1. What do you need to do for your physical well-being? Well, the message coming through to you is nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful and practical and wise advice. You are thus being asked to nurture yourself, whatever that means to you. How can you care for and protect yourself better? Maybe that means exercising or eating healthier. Maybe that means taking the time to have a nice relaxing bath or doing something that makes you feel better. Remember, before you can nurture and take care of others, you first need to take care of yourself. With regards to your emotional well-being, your message is new beginning, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. If you have been stuck in a situation, whether it is work or a relationship, that has not been well for your emotional health, now might be the time to make a few changes in your life. Oftentimes we get stuck in comfort zones that are not really beneficial to us, but we stay there because we are afraid of the unknown, or we have gotten so used to our circumstances that it's become a part of our normal daily life and we have just accepted it. Sometimes we may have subconscious belief systems that tell us that we are not good enough or that we don't deserve better. Whatever the reason is that is causing this delay in your happiness, it needs to be identified and addressed. Moving on to your mental well-being, your message here is prosperity arises from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. This message strongly links to your previous one, where new beginnings and a change of direction was mentioned. On a mental level, you are also urged to take the next step, but the focus here should be on wise planning. When you do change direction and take the next step, you need to make sure that you plan accordingly and not just make spontaneous decisions. Make sure all your ducks are in a row before you take that next step. This is very important. The message coming through relating to your spiritual well-being is joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. The message here is quite clear. Many answers you are seeking, whether it's relating to metaphysical questions or insights about your life, can be found through meditation. Make some time during each day to really focus on your spiritual growth, whether it is meditation or yoga or any other spiritual activity that you like to engage in that bring you joy. This can also be seen as a way to physically nurture yourself and to find some joy. Blessings be upon you, number 1. Number 2. Let's see what message is meant for you at this time regarding your physical well-being. Embrace your inner child. New friends or rekindled relationships. Children or childhood. What comes through from this message is the need for you to spend some time with your children, if you do have. Forget your worries and stress for the moment and just allow yourself to be a kid again. Take part in their imaginary world, play with them and do all the silly things you used to do as a child. If you don't have children, don't let that stop you. You can still do those things that used to bring you joy when you were growing up. The main underlying message that I'm picking up on is that you need to take a break from the worries and stress that you've been experiencing lately. Give yourself a break, take a breather, and allow yourself to just do something light-hearted and silly. When we take a look at your emotional well-being, it seems that you are still holding on to the past, or that recent events might have triggered you and reminded you of things that might have happened before. Your message is, release the past. You will grow from the situation, and time heals all wounds. Yes, time does help in the process of healing, but be careful not to avoid dealing with whatever is bothering you or the bad situation that you are experiencing. If you're going to suppress or avoid it, the universe is going to keep sending situations and challenge your way until you resolve this issue. So please take the time to really dig deep and get a better understanding of the emotional impact the situation is having on you. Let's look at your mental well-being. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. I get the sense that you might be someone that doesn't respond well to failure. You might be very hard on yourself, and overthinking and self-criticizing might be a habit that you engage in regularly. You are asked to stop with this, as it is not good for your mental health. You need to remind yourself that failure is not only a part of life, but at times it's also a valuable gift, an opportunity for you to learn from those experiences and to do things differently in the future. You thus have to change your mindset and the way you look at failure and setbacks. Search for those silver linings and the opportunities that they might hold. Now let's move on to your spiritual well-being. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. The part of the message I'm most drawn to is manifest. In order to manifest the situation or life you want, you need to be aware of all those negative subconscious belief systems that might get in the way. So, internal reflection is very important at this time. And also make sure that you truly know what you want. Otherwise, you might send mixed messages to the universe and won't be able to attract the things that you really need and want and aspire to. Sorry. Blessings be upon you, number 2. Number 3. With regards to your physical well-being, your message is stability and efficiency. taking charge of a situation, and ambitious plans. The main part of the message I'm drawn to is taking charge. Now is the time to jump into action. I get the sense that you have taken a back seat, assessing a certain situation, waiting to see what happens, and before you make a decision or take action. Or you are urged to stop waiting. If you wait too long, it might be too late and an important opportunity might pass you by. Now is the time for action. When we look at the message regarding your emotional well being, it seems to be linked to your physical well being. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. The situation you are finding yourself in is thus not ideal for your emotional well being either. So take charge to change the situation, but don't have an attachment to the outcome. Because sometimes, from our limited perspective, we don't see the bigger picture or how things can happen, and thus we often limit ourselves and the blessings that might come our way. Be mindful of this moving forward. Mentally, you are urged to stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, claim your personal power. You thus have to sit down and really think about what is important to you. What are the things that you are passionate about? What are the things that you believe in? Are these things being threatened in any way? Or are you feeling powerless? Well, now is the time to stand up for those things and to claim or then reclaim your personal power. This message also links to your spiritual well being, where you are told to follow your heart, trust your intuition, and what your gut is telling you. You are receiving trustworthy psychic information and you need to listen to it. Blessings be upon you, number 3. Number 4. Let's have a look at your message regarding your physical well-being. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. The part that stands out, and most for me, is the help is nearby. You might be someone who doesn't like asking others for help or assistance. You prefer to struggle and do things on your own. But the message coming through for you today is a reminder that at some points and stages in our lives, we all need help. Asking for help when you really need it isn't a sign of weakness, and we shouldn't let our pride get in the way of reaching out to others to ask for their assistance. Moving on to your emotional well-being message. A challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. I'm picking up 2 distinct messages. One has to do with your tendency to get involved when people have conflict with each other. Your intention might be pure and good, and you might only want to help. But it does take an emotional toll on you, and you should ask yourself if it's worth it. Sometimes others need to learn how to stand up for themselves, and you getting involved prevents them from doing that. Your eagerness to help might even result in them aiming their anger at you, so it's best to rather stay out of others' drama. Secondly, I keep seeing a picture of a computer. So it might be that you are spending a lot of time online and specifically on social media. Seeing others with different opinions than yours expressing themselves passionately might trigger some unresolved issues inside of you, causing you to get emotional, whether it's anger or extreme sadness. If this is the case, you need to take a break from social media for a while. And you also need to remind yourself that everyone are forming their opinions and views based on the level of consciousness they are on in their journey. So try to be compassionate and patient and not get too emotionally involved. Believe me, I know it's hard. Let's look at what message awaits you regarding your mental well-being. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. It's that last sentence that is grabbing my attention. You might find yourself in a situation where you need to take an action of some sort, but are struggling to do so because you think you are not smart, competent, or experienced enough. These thoughts stem from belief systems that you are holding on to consciously and subconsciously. So in order to move forward and change this view you have of you and the view you have of yourself, introspection and personal development is needed. Lastly, we are looking at your spiritual well-being. Your message is there is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. A spiritual quest. Very important. Do what you know is right for you. And how do you know? Well, by listening to your intuition and instincts. But to be able to do this, you need to learn how to trust yourself. And so a spiritual quest is needed for you to explore your spiritual side more, in order to prove to yourself that you are more gifted than you can ever imagine. Blessings be upon you, number 4. Thank you everyone for listening. Keep safe and enjoy the rest of your week. Goodbye.